Wrestling fans, if you like what you've seen, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also don't forget to ring that bell.
Seriously injured. We'll get our next bout underway, ladies and gentlemen, now. Terry Sullivan, I'll let you do the accolades and the introduction.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 355 pounds, Big Red. And his opponent from Jacksonville, Florida, weighing 252 pounds, Danny Fargo.
Okay, Big Red and Danny Fargo from Jacksonville, Florida. Danny was scheduled to wrestle Mark Lewin. Apparently they worked all of that out. Now he's back with Big Red and has his chance for professional big-time wrestling here on television. Danny Fargo from Jacksonville, my old hometown, Terry. Beautiful city.
Right. Terry Funk was originally scheduled to wrestle Big Red. In the mood of Terry Funk today, maybe it's lucky for Big Red that Terry Funk didn't get in with him.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you at home, we certainly apologize for the confusion at the beginning of this particular segment, but Mark Lewin was just taken out of the ring just as we came back from our commercial break. Absolute pandemonium in the studio. Pandemonium in the studio. Terry, I've never seen anything like this on professional wrestling.
I'm almost glad we were here inside of this cage, Chuck, and we still haven't explained to the people what we're doing inside of this cage. The cage is here. It's brand new. It's newly constructed, and if you've ever seen a cage match before, let me tell you, this is a brand new cage, and when a wrestler gets his head or any part of his body banged into this cage, boy, he is going to feel it like times 3 of the other cages. This is a very well-constructed, heavy steel cage, and I'll tell you, I sure wouldn't want to be involved in any kind of a cage match in this, and you fans right here are going to be seeing this cage. You're going to be seeing action inside of this cage. This is what you can expect to see.
Big Red in that ring right now against Danny Fargo. I don't know if I feel protected in here or not, Terry. They got a door that's wide open.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if anybody was coming in at any time, whether Mark Lewin and Terry Funk wanted to go in the cage or not. Absolutely unbelievable. Big Red from Atlanta, Georgia. Danny Fargo from Jacksonville. A couple Southern boys in there right now.
Well, after the way Mark Lewin and Terry Funk went at it, maybe they belong in the cage.
Big Red picks Danny Fargo up. Has that arm stretch on him. Back up against the turnbuckles. Fargo goes to the punch for the head. Across the face. Oh, and Big Red puts on the big dance. Turns him around and whoops him. Roots his head into the whoop. The whole body went into the turnbuckle. Big Red didn't get the head down.
Big Red's got his little dance there. I'll tell you, he's a real lovable guy. Got a big sense of humor. As big as he is, Chuck. Real lovable guy in that ring. The fans just take to him like crazy.
Well, I can certainly see why. Now he's riding this man. Oh, he put the knees right into the kidneys. That hurt.
355 pounds of him. Wow.
He's a big man. Al Thomas down on the canvas, asking Danny Fargo if he'd like to give it up.
What the heck can Danny Fargo do to get out of this?
I'll tell you, we certainly have an enthusiastic studio crowd here with us today, and they have seen some action on professional television that no one has ever seen before.
What a
Never
show
seen
it has
anything
been.
like that.
Yes, sir.
Looks like the ring could have been broken a little bit, Terry. It looks like it's dipping down in the middle.
Yeah, right. With the likes of Terry Funk and Mark Lewin going at it, boy, that can happen. They're lucky that whole ring didn't collapse the way they were going at it.
Certainly can. All along our network, ladies and gentlemen, you better call a friend and tell them wrestling's on the air. You never actually know what's going to happen. I will tell you what's coming up, however. We're going to have an interview with Walter Johnson and Terry Funk, if he's able to come back out. And we have picked a couple of spectators from our studio audience. They have the opportunity to ask Walter Johnson and Terry Funk any question they desire. Terry, I'd like to have you come out with me on this interview. We have about 5 minutes, and we'll be able to wrap with Walter Johnson and Terry Funk.
Should be interesting. Walter Johnson, great football star from the Cleveland Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, he's having his difficulties right now, which I'm sure you'll get into.
That's right. We're going to be talking about his contract dispute right now with the Cincinnati Bengals. And that's what we're going to want to talk to Walter Johnson about. Certainly has added a lot to wrestling, however, to have Walter Johnson wrestling for us when he's not playing football. Well, Big Red, has certainly given it to Danny Fargo in this particular event. Two Southern boys. Big Red, very much the aggressor. Well, what do you do with 355 pounds anyway, Terry?
Well, I don't know. This is one way to get to him, though, and it's sure not orthodox, but that's the way Danny Fargo is going to handle it. But it didn't work for him, as you can see. And there's a headbutt from Big Red. The headbutt, and he's on the move, off the ropes, up, and oh, down he goes. The big splash. That's got to be it.
Oh, my goodness. It's over already, ladies and gentlemen. And I think, Terry, we ought to come out